So before I start with the program details, I would like to tell you about us, about WWICS. It is a 25-year-old company established in 1993. We have served more than 100,000 successful cases. We have more than 100,000 satisfied clients across the globe. We have more than 32 offices all around the globe. And we have more than 1,000 professionals working with us in this organization in different locations. In this particular category of business investment immigration programs, we have uh, three different services and investment opportunity we are providing. Number one is citizenship by investment, which is for the for somebody who can invest and obtain citizenship within 4 to 6 months of time. This program allows an investor and his family to obtain legal citizenship and passport of a different countries. The investment can be made either in economic growth funds or real estate or capital investment. We assist our clients depends on which country they would prefer, what is their profile, and what kind of investment they would like to do. And residency by investment, which we are going to discuss today in detail, as this program allows an investor and his family to obtain a residency permit when a significant investment has been made to a particular country. It can be either real estate or a business capital investment or in government bonds or towards the economic growth of the country. Whereas in business immigration, this program allows all the entrepreneurs and investors to obtain a residency permit for themselves and their family. And with this, they can start up a business and joint ventures, or they can invest in existing business and create jobs for the particular country where they're applying. Why choose a residency by investment? The residency by investment is a great choice to live in another country and enjoy wide range of benefits of the country without denouncing your citizenship. You can become a lawful resident of any country. You can get different benefits such as free education for your kids, your health care. You don't have to pay for your uh, medical expenses. And European country would be the best choice to obtain this residency. It can be either by investment or by safe investment fund or by business startups or by investing in the real estate. And of course, residency in European country by purchasing a real estate would be the one of the best option, because the reason is there are a lot of tourism in European country. A lot of people go. It can be a good place to do and to invest and get a short-term rental. Residency permits are for the lifetime, and some of the countries they do not require any minimum stay, and some of them requires only 7 days minimum stay. And residency permit can be revoked if any point, if there are certain points where you need to obtain your residency, and after that it can be for a lifetime. But before that, if you are not meeting the conditions, then you have to leave the country. And most of these programs which leads to a citizenship in the later stage, and it depends for different countries that we will explain now. So countries that offer citizenship and residency in program in Europe. Citizenship programs include Cyprus, Malta, Moldova, Montenegro. Residency programs will be Portugal, Malta, Spain, Greece, Bulgaria, Cyprus. So we're going to discuss all these in brief, not in details, but Portugal and Hungary, we're going to discuss in details today. Our services. With WWICS, we just do not give any, not only immigration services, but also advise on the type of investment that you should choose, um, uh, which country you should go, and we do even our own background checking on your on you, and uh, so there are so we minimize the risk in your application, and there are very less number of chances for you to get rejected. We ensure that all the documents and everything as per the requirement, as per the guideline, is submitted to the immigration authority. So again, there are less number of chances for rejection. We follow up day and night. We follow up aggressively with our clients and with your case as well once it's submitted to the authorities. And in case of real estate, we make sure that the investment is done in approved projects. We always go for the approved, government approved projects so that there is no risk involved in this, and you get also good returns on your investment. And obviously, after you have obtained your real estate, you need somebody to manage that for you in terms of rentals. So we do give that services as well. Okay, so these are some of the European passport which you can obtain just by investing. Some of them are between 5 to 6 months, some of them are between 4 to 6 months. So I'll start with Cyprus. Cyprus, the investment can be made in real estate or a business investment. Investment amount is 2 million euros. 150,000 euros will be a contribution to the government, which is non-refundable, and rest of the 1.85 will be euros will be in real estate. The passport ranks 16 in the world. It has visa-free access to 174 countries. Processing time is between 6 to 8 months, and there is no physical stay requirement. Malta. Malta is non-refundable contribution plus the real estate plus the government bond. So it's total of three different type of investment. Investment amount will vary from contribution to the government, again, which is non-refundable, 650,000 euros. Real estate can be purchased with 350,000 euros and government bonds with 150,000 euros. Passport ranking is 9, visa-free access to almost 183 countries. And the process timing is between 4 to 16 months. And again, no physical stay requirement. Moldova. Moldova, it's simple. You invest in, you contribute to the government sector, and it's a non-refundable. For single applicant, it's 100,000 euros. The passport ranking is 49. Visa-free access to almost 120 countries, which includes, obviously, all these countries includes all the Schengen area. Some of the countries are giving access to most of the Asian countries. Some of them, they have access to USA, Canada on arrival. So for the Moldova, processing time is 5 to 6 months. Again, no physical stay requirement. Montenegro is non-refundable contribution plus real estate, again, contribution to the government of 100,000 euros. Real estate, if you are purchasing in the main city, then it has to be 450,000 euro, or if it's underdeveloped areas, outskirt areas, then it can be 250,000 euros. Passport ranks 46, visa-free access to 124 countries, processing time 5 to 6 months, and no physical stay requirement again. So residency by investment. So we have a country, Portugal, where we have a golden resident visa. I'll be explaining that in some time, the, the details of this visa and how to obtain this. The investment type is real estate, net worth requirement. You don't require to show any net worth. Investment is 280,000 euro in real estate at remote location and 350 and above in real estate in city. There is no financing option in this. Processing time 5 to 6 months. Stay requirement just 7 days in a year. I'll be explaining all of this now. Malta, this is a residency visa program, Malta residency visa program. It's investment in government bond and contribution. Net worth can be either 500,000 euro of assets, or it can be the annual income of a person around 100,000 euros. Investment needs to be made 250,000 euros in government bond, and you have to maintain this for 5 years plus 30,000 contribution, again non-refundable to the government. Finance option is as well there, 75,000 euros. Processing time 5 to 6 months, no physical stay requirement. Greece is into real estate, 250,000 euros, no net worth requirement. There is no finance option, 5 to 6 months, and no physical stay requirement. Greece is a direct PR. Spain, again, golden residence visa program. It's into real estate. Investment is 500,000. No net worth, no finance option, no stay requirement, and the process is 5 to 6 months. Bulgaria is government bonds. Net worth has to be 1 million euro, 512,000, which you need to keep it with the government for 5 years straight, or you can go for the financing option, which is 195,000 euros. Processing time is 8 to 9 months, and no physical stay requirement. So we will talk about Portugal here. As you can see, you can get the residency permit in less than 6 months. And this is the best and the golden opportunity to get the golden residence visa program in Portugal. Portugal Republic is in the southern region of the European Union countries. It shares a border with the Spain. It's 16th most peaceful country in the world. High standard of living, one of the best tourism. Every year they have been winning awards. Less than 1% crime rate. Beautiful architecture, and very peaceful, very nice country to live in with your family. I'll give you some other details about Portugal as well. It ranks fifth fifth in the world. It has access to almost 179 visa-free access countries, including USA, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and uh, yeah. To see the language over there is Portuguese official, but second official is English. Widely spoken is English, just like Oman or any other country where the official language is Arabic, but most of the people are speaking English. So same goes for Portugal as well. Just to clarify that to you. So now we'll move to the eligibility criteria. Investment requirement is 280,000 to 500,000 euro in a real estate. There is no restrictions on nationalities. There is no minimum education requirement. Applicant must be 21 years and above. And the investment which you do has to be maintained for 5 years. Children can be included. If they're up to 18, there is no dependency proof you need to require. And you can include your parents who are above 65 years. And children above 18, you need to prove that they are financially dependent on you and they are supposed to be unmarried, and you should not hold any criminal records, any serious medical condition. Portugal highlights and benefits. As I was telling you, the minimum stay requirement is 7 days in a year. So there are two renewals in this. First renewal is going to be after first year. It will be for 2 years, second and third. At third year, you need to prove that you have stayed 14 days. That either can be in breaks, or it can be 14 days straight. You can go and live 14 days straight within 2 to 3, second and third year, and then fourth and fifth year. And after fifth year, you are allowed to get your permanent residency. You are eligible to apply for your permanent residency, and after that, you can apply for your citizenship, and you will be eligible for that. Portugal visa allows you to access a European country from the beginning, from the start. This process is about 4 to 6 months. Some of other benefits include free education for your children up till high school. Your spouse is allowed to work. You are allowed to work anywhere you would like in Portugal, along with the business. Plus, you can have access to 26 Schengen countries where you can do any business or buy any property anywhere across European Union. Oh, and of course, your medical is free as well. So this is the process outline, how it works. At first, we will start from the scratch by consultation. We'll select the program for you. We will discuss. We'll see which will suit you the best, and you will sign up. We'll run your due diligence. If it's real estate, we will finalize your project. And after project finalization, we can prepare your files and submit to the lawyer. And we'll submit this to the Embassy of Portugal to authenticate all these required documents. We'll transfer the investment along with all the other fees, and we'll submit your application for the golden residence permit. And then you have to travel with your family to Portugal for the biometrics and other necessary documents. You can be there and complete. Our lawyer will be there. You will receive your golden visa. And then after 5 years, as I mentioned, you can apply for your permanent residency. And after a year, you can apply for the citizenship. So there are three options in this. Into real estate, I've been talking about 280 to 500. Number one is 500. This can be a new property anywhere in Portugal, including the main cities. Option two is 350,000. It can be anywhere in Portugal, even in the main cities mainly. And but the property is more than 30 years old and it's refurbished. Option three is 280,000 euros. Again, it has to be 30-year-old, but in outskirt areas, not in the main cities. And some of the additional, there are government facilitation, due diligence, consultation fees, everything is applicable. So you can contact us for that. Portugal Golden Residence Visa quotation. This is a quotation where all the breakdown is there. So it's a family of four. So I will explain you. Property value is 280,000 euros. It's fixed. Property related cost will include notary fees for property, which is 500, certification fee, which is 200. There is a tax representative fee for couples, it's 990 fixed, and children below 18 is 300, dependent above 18 is 400. There is a transaction tax on residential, it's 6%, which will be 16,800 for 280 cost. Stamp duty fee is 0.8%, which is 2,240. Same as goes for municipality property tax as well, which is again 0.8%, 2,240. Property insurance fee is fixed, which is 100 euros. These are all fixed. Nothing can be changed in this. Whether you go for 350,500, it's the same. Government fee towards visa filing. Primary applicant is 528 euros, 528 euros. Each dependent has to pay 82 euros. GRV card fee, Golden Residence Visa card fee per applicant is fixed, which is 5,274.40. There is fees for government approved lawyer who will file the case and do everything for you, which is 10,000 euro and fixed. And then it depends, additional member has to pay 1,000 euro above, whether it's 2, 3, 4, it can change. And then there's a retainer fees, which is 5,000, again it's fixed. So it all together, overall cost will be 343,643. But obviously, you can consult your business manager wherever you are in any country, and you can consult them and get the customized and personal quotation from them. So we have a very special offer happening this month, and it says that if you purchase 280,000 euro, there is a guaranteed return of 4% per annum for next 5 years. 5 years rent paid upfront when the title or the property is transferred under your name. That is 56,000 euro. This offer is valid till 25th of May. So, let me explain this again. If you invest 280,000 euro in a real estate before 25th of May, there is a guaranteed return of 4%, okay, for the next 5 years. But this 5 years of rental, which is guaranteed that you will get, will be paid in advance when you transfer your when the property is transferred under your name, and that will be 56,000 euros. Second is 350,000 euros. It's a guaranteed return of 5% paid upfront for first year when the title is transferred under your name. So we have a very special offer for 280,000 where you can invest and get 56,000 euro back. This is the best option, and in properties, I mean, this is one of the best. So I will hand it over to my colleague, Mr. Imtiaz, for the Hungary. And if you have any questions, you can write it down. We will answer you at the end of the presentation, one by one each. Thank you so much. Handing it over to Mr. Imtiaz.
Very good afternoon to everyone. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, Imtiaz, you are audible.
Thank you very much. Welcome, guest, for the Hungary presentation. My name is Imtiaz Qureshi. I'm a business manager from QATAR branch. Let me take you to the Hungary. It's a program which is recently came, and we have started this program, which is known as Hungarian Entrepreneur Residency Program. Can I have the access?
Yes, Imtiaz, just hold on for a second. I think you will have an access. Adil needs to give you the access, transfer it to you. Just few seconds.
Okay, thank you very much. Here we go. So this is the Hungarian Entrepreneur Residency Program, which is also called HER program. Hungary actually doesn't require any introductions. The Hungary itself is a part of a EU country. This is the geographical map of Hungary, which is one side it has been covered by Austria, then Ukraine, then Romania, and these are the major cities of the Hungary. The capital is Budapest. It's one of the very much populated and very much commercial city in entire Hungary, and very much pleasant and sound, with a very low criminal rates, very much good friendly environment. So this is actually the geographical. It is in the center of the Europe. Let's have a list of European country. Let's have some small introduction on the business immigration to Hungary. The European countries of Hungary is European countries of Hungary is one of the 15th most popular tourist destination. Why it has become a most tourist? Because the capital of Budapest is widely viewed as one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Hungary has many geographical wonders, including the world's second largest thermal lake, which is one of the most tourism spot for the people in those who are going for the to Hungary. Second, the largest European medicinal bath and the European largest lake is in the Hungary. Hungary majestic architectural feats include the largest synagogues in the Europe, the third largest church in the Europe, and the second largest Barbecues castle in the world draw the hundreds and thousands of visitors every year. Along with this tourist attraction, the Hungary has a unique culture, stable political climates, which is very important to do a business. The political stability has to be in that country so that the person can grow the business. Relatively low crime rate and the booming economy industry. Because of everything, Hungary has to offer. Many investors are looking to this nation as a viable options for the financial gains. Here are some Hungary facts. The location is Central Europe. As I told you, the Hungary itself is in the center of the Europe. Capitals Budapest. Major city is Debrecen, Miskolc. Seas. The total area in the Hungary is around 93,000 kilometers. The official language, the basic language is Hungarian, followed by the English. English is the second official language. Religions, the Hungary is totally been divided into particular regions. The majority of the populations is from Catholics, that is 51, Calvinist 15, others 17.7, and unaffiliated is 14.5. The type of government, parliament dormitory, parliamentary democracy. Currency is Hungarian francs. Exchange rate, 1 USD is equal to 225 Hungarian forint currency. The population is around 10 million people. They are right now in Hungary. What is so important about the Hungary entrepreneur residency program and why it has been introduced, and what is the benefits with the foreign investors going to be doing a business? Let's have a check on that. The Hungary HER programs allow the foreign nations to establish a new commercial enterprise. That is, you need to start a new business in Hungary in order to obtain the temporary residency, followed by the permanent residency, and followed by citizenship. So it is a process. Participation in the program is reserved for the nation of the non-Europe Union member states, including of a EU membership, a member state of eligible to pursue the special avenues of the entrepreneurships in Hungary. The HER program is particularly attractive to the potential investor because the Hungary commercials enterprises registration process is simple and quick as compared to similarly to any other countries in European nations. Additionally, the required minimum investment amount is very small. HER program is relatively modest. To qualify for the HER, the foreign investor entrepreneur must establish a company in Hungary. There are many different types of the company establishments, but the most popular and founded is LLC company, that is limited liability company. Now, to participate in Hungary entrepreneur programs, what is the minimum requirement a person need to be having it? First condition is he need to be minimum 18 years and above. Second, 12th minimum, the education should be minimum HSC or 12 standards. What he need to do, locally registration, fully complied companies with the banks, a company with a bank account, solid business plan, an actual active trading program, trading business plan has to be there in the Hungary or international. And actual activity has to be done in the business. He can accommodate the rent or purchase the offices or the renter. Fully travel insurance has to be provided. Verifiable income from the business and or from the other sources. and the person should be not having any criminal record. And very important note, you have to visit in person at least once if you have a Schengen visa to start the immigration process. You can only open a bank account and incorporate a company personally in Hungary. Now, this is the minimum, the continuation of the benefits, the residence in Hungary through the business ownerships, how you can obtain a residency. The first, the Hungarian entrepreneur residing program is the cheapest investment program in Europe, which required only minimum capital of 50,000 euro. That is 50,000 euro. Quick and easy incorporate process, possible via PO. You can appoint somebody in Hungary who can do remotely for this company establishments and the process. Low corporate tax, which is one of the good important factors to attract the foreign investors, since the tax rate is very low, it's as 10% right now. It's a part of the EU and Schengen members country, available for all nations. There is no restriction for any persons. Maybe any nationality can go and start a business and get a residency in Hungary. The residency card, there is no, first of all, very important thing, there is no minimum stay requirement. As a businessman, you may travel without any limitations. For example, some salaried persons are there, they might be at the age of maybe 40s or 45, thinking to relocate or maybe settle down, but they want to continue their work profile also. They can do this thing very easily, because as such, there is no stay requirement. The residency card, the first card will be issued for 1 year and can be extended for another 2 years. After your 3 years of your residency card and continuously stay in Hungary, you are eligible to apply for a PR, that is permanent residency card of Hungary. Now, these are the list of the Schengen countries: Austria, Belgium, Czech Republic. You can see Portugal, you can see Hungary is a part of Schengen countries. So let's start with the process, how this process will take place, how to obtain residency, and then how you will have your permanent residency, and how you can obtain your citizenship. So the first stage, which remains standard for as a WWICS, okay, you will start with the application with WWICS. You will submit your ID copies, like your passport copies or your QATAR ID, your national IDs, along with our due diligence forms and your agreement to authorize to us to start the process. Once you give this, we will do a background checking, that is due diligence. The result will come in next 4 to 5 working days. We will share the result with you. Everything remain positive, then we will go for that second stage. The second stage would be assessment due diligence done by the Hungary lawyer, and we will provide you the list of documents or the completion document that is called incorporation. So the list of documents what we require from your side to start a business. When the second stage is completed, we'll go for the third stage, which provides the initial documents which you had given to us, the list of documents, and it will be sent to the lawyer of Hungary for the review and the completion of incorporation of documents. Once it has been done, the draft documents will be shared with you. There will be a visit arranged as per the appointment fixed with the Hungary embassy to sign up the incorporation certificate and documents and attestations. Once the company incorporation is done, documents sent back to the lawyer for the company incorporation, assign the name and the nature of the business to be registered. When you're going for the name, what we suggest is that you need to give 3 options so that we can register this name. And out of the 3, depends upon the availability of the company name, will be given to you. And the nature of business, what type of a business you want to do it, like real estate or maybe any finance broking firms, or maybe any tourism business. It's up to you what you want to do with the business. The nature of business has to be registered. Thereafter, we'll go for the fourth stage, which is the visit to Hungary, which is very important. After traveling on a visit, you have to travel on a visit visa. You have to go to Hungary, open a bank account, have your virtual office, have your employees, insurance, and accommodation done. Once this fourth is completed, then you have to start a business. Your visa will be issued, then you have to run a business for at least minimum period of 4 years before the submission of your residency. That means in this 4 months, you have to show some invoicing, you have to show some transaction in your bank account. Overseas is also acceptable, inside the Hungary is also acceptable. Then going back to the sixth stage, which is once you complete your 4 months of your business transaction and you're full-fledged of your business, the application will go for the temporary residency visa with the local embassy along with the business plan and the applications. Ideally, this approval will take 30 to 45 working days and you will receive a visa D on your passport. Once your visa D has been issued, you can easily move anytime. You don't require any visa. You can access this visa for the your business immigrations. Step 7, travel to Hungary, collect your residency card from the foreigner departments. That will take 30 days. Within 30 days from your visa D issued. The process time, the total process time from the day 1 you sign up till the day you receive your visa D is almost 6 to 7 months of process. Now let's have the comparison between the Portugal, which my colleague has given for the Portugal benefits. The comparison between Portugal and Hungary. It's very simple that if you see that minimum investment start in Portugal is 280,000 euro, where in Hungary it is 50,000 euro. If you see the investment type, which is real estate in Portugal, and also it is called as a passive investment. Passive means just you're making an investment. Investment is parked. You don't have to be actively involved. And if you see in the Hungary, it's 50,000 euro. Along with that, it's a business options, and you have to be actively involved. Permanent residency, the first choice of the permanent residency, which is available in Portugal after 5 years. But in Hungary, you can obtain the permanent residency after 3 years. Let me clear one more thing, that once you receive the permanent residency of Hungary, your condition is removed for continuation of your business. Then you are free to do whatever you want. You can work in that country also as a job. Citizenship. After 5 years, you can obtain the citizenships in Portugal. And in Hungary, it will take after 6 to 8 years. You can apply for a citizenships. Investment locking periods. You have to hold your investments for the next 5 years in Portugal. That means you cannot liquidate your investment before 5 years. In Hungary, after receiving a PR, all condition removed. As I explained you, once you receive your PR, all condition is removed. The requirement every year, 7 days you have to stay in Portugal to validate your residency. In Hungary, majority of time when you think about converting to PRs and PR to citizenship. These are our overseas locations for our UAE and other office. I appreciate, thank you very much for listening to us. Now we would like to have the question from your side so that we can address to your concerns. Thank you very much for listening to us. Can we have a questions?
We thank all the participants for joining us today for the webinar on European Residency Program. We have covered the residency programs available on the European globe, and we have highlighted in detail the Portugal and Hungarian residency program. Now, if you have any questions, you can take up your queries. We'll try to answer all your questions with your utmost satisfaction. We are open for the question and answer session. Imtiaz and Adil are live now to answer your question. Any question, please? Any one of you are having any question before we conclude the presentation or conclude the webinar? You may go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Imtiaz. This is Rahul. Well, I went through all your presentation, what you have been showing. It's really nice opportunities which you have listed down. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, it is audible, Mr. Rahul.
Please continue.
So I just want to check on the Portugal proposal which you have been discussing. The payments which has been shown something like 280,000 up to 500,000 euros. Are these payments to be done in one go, or there's kind of a installments or some kind of a time duration in between from one part to another part? How is it that, I mean, can you just tell me something about that?
Okay, so that's a very nice question, an important one. So in this, actually, what happens until and unless your entire money get transferred, title is getting transferred on the basis of your money invested. Once your money has been done, your transfer has been done 280,000, then only the process of sending the residency or GRV has been submitted. Okay, yes, but that is due to the uncertainty. Many people are coming and talking about to have an installment. So basically, it's all about taking the opportunity of the Portugal. What we are offering right now is that 5 years upfront rental incomes. None of the people, none of the developer in this world is making such offers, which is giving you 5 years rental income upfront. So your investment can go in parts and parts. It's up to your flexibility. But what is the most important is to participate in such programs, to avail this benefits, and then booking your investments. So yes, the investment can be done as per your choice, but the application of your GRB will be done once the title deal has been transferred. I hope I'm clear.
Yes, thanks a lot. Yes. So you mean to say that even if we do the payments in part installments, uh, once you receive the whole 280,000, for example, the lower side, which we are considering. So once you receive the whole amount, and only then the application process will start. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Your GRB process will start before your investment, your bank accounts, and there's a process. We can set together, and I'll explain you the process, how the process will take place, stage by stages. And we, as a law firm, representative of the law, we do take care of all the stuffs. And since due to the COVID-19, what we are proposing is just to make it.
Sorry to interrupt you, Imtiaz. Sorry to step in between. So, Mr. Rahul, you're absolutely correct, as Imtiaz explained. As per the immigration program devised by the government, it asks you to provide a proof of title deed. That means you have purchased the property. Then only your application for the GRV, which is Golden Resident Visa, could be submitted. So it is
Okay.
yes. So whether you are paying in installments, whether you are purchasing upfront, whatever properties, whether 280 or 500, it has to be purchased. Title has to be transferred in your name before application for Golden Resident Visa could be submitted to the government, because your title deed is a part of your application. As far as offers and type of properties, whether it is good or a great offer which we are offering, that could be discussed with one of our business managers separately.
Thanks, Mr. Wakar. I think that really helped a lot. Yeah.
Any other question, please?
Got you, Makani home?
Yes, we can hear you. Hello. Is there any question? Any one of you are looking for any question further based on the presentation shared just now for Portugal and Hungary? We'll take 2-3 questions quickly. And then if you're looking for a personalized discussion based on your profile and a quotation based on your profile or processing detail, that could be discussed one-to-one. We can have a WebEx, we can have a Skype, we can have one-to-one meeting to all our global offices, 6 offices in UAE and Qatar, Kuwait, Oman, and Kenya in Nairobi. Nairobi in Kenya, rather. So let us know if you have any general question you want to ask now.
Sorry, I had one more query. I remember I saw this regarding the permanent PR. In regards to Portugal, you said you will be receiving it after after the 5 years, completion of the 5 years. Am I right?
So I step in here. Initially you're getting Golden Resident Visa, valid for 1 year, then extended for 2 more years, and then extended for 2 more years. At the end of the 5th year, you are eligible to apply for the permanent residency, or as well as you have an option of applying citizenship. So it's your choice. If you want to apply for citizenship, you can go ahead and take a passport. or if you want to continue getting a PR and continue on the permanent residency, you can go ahead and apply for the PR. Condition of applying for the permanent residency is that you need to show you have been spending 7 days each year in last 5 years, and the investment which you made is still intact. It is still there, whether it's 280, 350, or 500. But on the same time, it is important to mention while you are on a golden resident visa, you have all the benefits as the permanent resident visa holders are having in terms of if someone would like to leave and work and do business with the family, whether it's healthcare or free education at the school or subsidized education at the university level, and any other benefit given by the government to its residents and citizens.
That's great. That's great, Mr. Vakar. One last question. So, in case you apply for the citizenship after completing your 5 years, are you supposed to withdraw your the earlier nationality or the earlier citizenship, or you can have the dual passports?
Okay, that depends on the your country of original nationality, whether your country allows for the dual citizenship. For an example, India does not allow. If you have taken any new citizenship, you need to leave your citizenship of India, whereas Pakistan allows, whereas some other national countries allows, just for the sake of example. So it's up to you to decide, depending on your original nationality. Portugal does not have any criteria. They are allowing you to have dual citizenship.
Okay, great, great, Mr. Vakar. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate. And going forward, if I have any queries and if I'm more interested into this program, I will definitely touch base with Imtiaz as well, because since I know him and I've been in touch on the mobile with him. Fine.
Great. Mr. Rahul, thanks for joining us. It was really good, important questions which you asked.
Thank
Any
you.
other queries from any one of you? Please go ahead. Any other
Good
questions?
afternoon.
Good
Good afternoon, Vakar. Yeah, this is Nibu Kumar with you.
Mr. Kumar.
I just wanted one information. I just wanted to know what are the tax, on the tax front. What kind of tax laws are there in? We're talking about Portugal and Hungary as regards global income. So what I mean is, income that you while you apply or you get this gold visa, and you're still working outside. Maybe you continue to work outside, Portugal or Hungary, and you have incomes coming in from other countries. Do they tax this income or not?
Very good question and important. We generally get these questions from all our applicants, and the regulation says that if you are not a tax resident in Hungary or Portugal, you are not supposed to declare your worldwide income. So tax resident means that you are residing in Portugal for more than 6 months in a year. Since Portugal does not require you to stay more than 7 days, so it's up to you. So as far as you're not staying more than 6 months in Portugal, you're not liable to pay any taxes or declare your worldwide income. Similarly in Hungary. But at the
Thank you
same
for
time,
that. Yeah, tell me.
yes, similarly,
Tell me.
but at the same time, if you are going to live in Portugal or Hungary permanently or more than 6 months each year, then you will become a tax resident. That means you need to declare your worldwide income. But again, it does not mean that you need to pay taxes on your income outside Hungary or Portugal. There is a double taxation treaty between Hungary and Portugal and between other part of the world. As far as you are in India and other Middle Eastern countries, there are double taxation treaties which says that you are not eligible to or you're not required to pay taxes in Portugal or Hungary as far as double taxation treaty is there between both the countries. So it depends where you are living right now, if there is a double taxation treaty, and it is very much possible. I'm not the tax expert, so I will not be able to advise you more detailed requirement of it. But in a general way, to understand it, this is how all the investors and applicants who are taking European citizenship are maintaining. Either you are living 6 months, less than 6 months, then you are not liable to declare. If you're living more than 6 months in the country of your residency, whether Portugal or Hungary, you need to declare. But that does not mean you need to pay because there is a double taxation treaty.
Thank you. Thank you for the information, Waqar.
Any other question? We'll take one more last question. Any one of you are having any question for Hungary or Portugal, you're most welcome. At last, I would like to mention these two are very distinctive program, different in its own way. Portugal is more suitable for the applicants and their families if they are looking for just residency, but they don't want to go and start living immediately. They don't want the obligation of staying and spending time in Portugal or Europe. If you are in UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Oman, or India, or any other part of the world, you are in the best time of your earning, or you're doing well. You just wish to have a residency so you can avail of future securities or education benefits for you and your children without obligation of going, without shifting permanently. You can choose Portugal because it does not require you to go in there. Whereas Hungary requires you to go and settle down in terms of running a business. Then only you would qualify for the PR and citizenship in the future. So that is a major difference between these two programs. And then depending on your requirement and your plan, you can choose. So someone who is looking to go, start a business, establish themselves, make Hungary their own home country, they can choose Hungary program because it allows you to go and run the business, and that gives you pathway for permanent residency and citizenship. Any other question with me, Imtiaz or Adi? Please ask. The last question.
Waqar sir.
Yes, please. Go ahead, Ashley.
Waqar sir, if client has a business in Hungary and alhamdulillah he's doing well, can he open another same existing business in another European country?
I did not get you the last sentence. If he has a business in Hungary
and it's doing well, it's successful, and he has his residency card, can he open another similar business in another European country?
Yes. So on the resident permit, it allows him to travel, start a business in any one of the Schengen countries. So absolutely fine.
Thank you, sir.
One last question. Any one of you have any question? Last question. Okay. What we do right now, we leave it open now. Since we have offices, as we mentioned in the presentation, which was explained by Adil and Imtiaz. We have other team members, Alamir from Kuwait, and from Sharjah, Naved, from Dubai, with our 3 offices, Benjil, Samir, he speaks Arabic as well, Nawaz, he speaks Turkish as well, and Kushan. So all of these members, Kushan from Abu Dhabi, they will be available to speak to you personally, send you these presentations by email post webinar, and we will also share the recording of the webinar so you can go ahead, listen it again, understand it better, and get back to us. We can have subsequently further personalized video conference with you or with our lawyer wherever it is needed, so you can make your decision. If you would like to meet us by taking care of all the safety, we would be interested to meet you at our office or at your location to give you further detail. Thanks for joining us today for the webinar. We are looking forward to see you again.